All right, we are back here on the fourth and final segment of the GSMC Baseball Podcast. Again, I want to apologize for starting later. I usually end my show around 4:30, and it is 4:25 now, 4:23 actually. So we're gonna be going a little bit later, but hopefully you can stick on with us. Again, I had some problems pre-production, so I had to move some stuff around, and we had started later. So I apologize for that. But yeah, let's get into our final segment and forget about that. Sorry about this. That was my fault. I didn't move the seat to where I'm comfortable. Not my most organized show, but we got to make do with it. Yeah. So the first news we're going to be talking about here is Brian Bayo of the Boston Red Sox. Reports are that he is close to getting an extension through 2028 when he would be a free agent with the Red Sox, according to Alex Spire, who is one of the more reliable Red Sox guys on the internet. I talked about him a little before as being an extension candidate with the Red Sox with Bayo, but I love the move the Red Sox were able to get this done. He's, in my opinion, as I've said multiple times, he's a future ace. I love his pure stuff. I love how great he is. I'm really, really high on him going into the future, and I'm super excited about what he can do, and what's going to happen with him. So I think it would be a great move for the Red Sox to get him locked in as part of the future core. Definitely a big fan of this move if it were to get done. And I think it's a good move by the Red Sox. You're not adding much, but it's still a good move, and still something I'm looking forward to. So some A's news here, which is not really happens much, but Luis Medina and Freddie Tarnock are both younger pitchers for them, are going to be out for a little while. They're both injured. Not great for the A's if you're an A's fan. If you're still an A's fan, I apologize to you. Not great for them. Both were going to be young parts of that pitching core. Guys you could rely on as maybe kind of bright spots in the season this year, as guys that were younger, were going to show some potential and be really good. So not great for the A's, but still, it could be worse. Your team could be moving, which they are, unfortunately. So not great for the A's. But yeah, Luis Medina and Freddie Tarnock, both young pitchers. I think A's fans were looking to get an extended look at with this season, but both are injured. Hopefully they come back fine, and looking forward to seeing what they can do this season, both of them, and if they can come back from injury. Luis Giolito, we talked about the Red Sox before. We're talking about them again now. He is getting a second opinion on his injury, as we reported before. First reports believe that he is going to be out most, if not all, of the entire season, with the torn UCL and strain as well. So I don't really know what the second opinion is going to say. I don't really know what's going to be happening with that. But I think it always makes sense to get a second opinion, especially on an injury you think is as serious as this. So not surprised about that. Definitely not great still for the Red Sox to have Giolito injured. But if he can come out of this and you don't think it's as bad as before, I think that's a very big positive for the Red Sox. Giolito is easily your best pitcher right now. Was going to start on opening day, and a guy I think you'd really look towards as kind of a bright spot for the Red Sox organization this year, which has really not had many. So definitely looking for a bright spot if you're the Red Sox, and maybe the second opinion will come back positive on Giolito. So that's all you can hope for, really. The Nationals, they signed Eddie Rosario to a split contract. I was surprised that Rosario was picked up by the Nationals of all teams. I thought he would have maybe gone to a contending team to be a platoon bat off the bench, but his stock's kind of dropped the past few years after having that great postseason run with the Braves and not really performing after that. He had a bad season this year as well. Can't really field. Hits righties okay, but that's about it. I do think the Nationals make some sense for him, though. He gets a chance to most likely start or be a filling if he does make the roster until one of the younger guys comes up. I think it makes a lot of sense for the Nationals to sign a veteran like that. Maybe they're buying low on someone they think can perform well again in the future. Yeah, I think it makes a lot of sense for that. If you go to the deadline, you can trade him. I think that's another positive. You did that with Heimer Candelaria this year. You got a good prospect back from the Cubs, and he turned himself into a nice payday with the Reds this offseason. So I think it's a win-win. We saw them do it earlier in the offseason as well with Joey Gallo. So I think it's something they could potentially look to do in the future a lot. The Nationals signing these kind of under-the-radar free agents who are kind of older, not getting, have regressed in the past few years and want a spot to start. The Braves, they signed Sky Bolt, one of the best names in baseball, to a minor league contract for outfield depth. Just fine outfield depth for the Braves. Nothing else to state here about that. Again, just good depth for them. Nothing much to say after that. We're going to be looking at some minor league games. Spring training games here now for the rest of the segment. There's not much news that happened today, which is why I wanted to focus on power rankings and manager stuff. So first, Yoshinobu Yamamoto. He had his second start with the Dodgers. He played against the lowly White Sox and went 3 innings, gave up 6 hits, 5 runs, 5 earned runs, 3 walks, 4 strikeouts, and threw 58 pitches. Not great for his second outing, but it's not a huge deal again. It's only spring training. Nothing to overreact about, really. So, not a huge deal, but something still to build off if you're him, see what you struggled with. Mets and Astros, that was postponed today because of rain, so we didn't get much of that. The Rays beat the Yankees 4-3. New addition from the Cardinals, Richie Palacios, hit a 2-run homer, which to lead them there. Also, Yandy Diaz homered. Also, Gleyber Torres, a lot of homers. Also, Amed Rosario. Wow, okay, the Rays just got their home runs off. The Rays got their runs off homers, I guess. Amed Rosario's had a pretty nice camp for the Rays, so maybe the Rays fixed him. That would be such a Rays thing to do. Nationals blew out their division rival Marlins 9-3. Twins beat the Red Sox 7-1. Angels are beating the Cubs 4-2. Joe Adell hit a nice home run. Maybe he can be a nice player for the Angels this year. Finally live up to his potential. I doubt it, but nice start to camp for him. Jake Marisnick robbed a home run and hit a home run, which is great for him. So maybe he's looking back to maybe he wants to get another starting job in baseball. Sees the Angels as a potential opportunity for that. Royals Mariners. Royals are beating them 5-3. Dodgers and White Sox are tied 7-7 in the 5th. Brewers are beating their division rival 2-0. Brewers are beating their division rival Reds 2-0 in the 6th. A's are beating the Angels 6-1. Reds are beating the Padres 6-2 in the 6th. In the 5th, sorry. Rangers and Rockies are tied in the bottom of the 5th, and Guardians and Brewers are tied also in the bottom of the 5th. Definitely a lot of action today in the games. Not that much news going on. So it makes sense that this stuff is going on. Again, kind of a shorter segment because not much going on, and again, we're going over the time limit a little bit. So I still do want to thank you guys for tuning in. It means a lot, really does. Thank you so much for your support on the channel, even with episodes like today that are kind of all over the place. So thank you so much for watching, subscribing. Follow us everywhere you can get our content. Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, Instagram for content and updates. Thank you again. Have a wonderful day, and we'll see what baseball throws at us tomorrow. Bye.
Let's go. I wake up to a little bit of drool on my pillow, feel like it's gonna be a bad day. Yeah, I'm tired of shit, and the coffee ain't hit yet. Damn, ain't that great. I don't wanna go to